Thailand is not going to reduce the quarantine days for 14 days to 10 days. I don't know until when, but this one it makes, I believe, you and also Thai people share a lot of comments. So I have the news to tell you, and also I'm going to tell you what Thai people think about this plan. Please watch until the end. สวัสดีค่ะ It's me, Teya, Suchira. If you want to know more about Thailand, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you will not miss anything about my country. Just only a few days ago, I told you about Thailand. We are having an idea to discount, to reduce the quarantine days from 14 days to 10 days, and it's called 10 plus 4. And I already explained everything to you about what kind of 4 days extra, something like that. But today it's just like announcement from the spokesman that this kind of idea about reduce to 10 days plus 4, we going to postpone. And we probably have to wait until next year. When I say until next year, this word, I guarantee the spokesman doesn't say that, I say it. So if you think this news is a fake news, it's not true, well, I have some things to explain to you why did I say it. The reason that I said is just because the spokesman said that the changing for the quarantine days to be 10 days like this, we got to wait for like a couple weeks or maybe another 4 weeks. He doesn't just say like when it's going to be. So as I just keep observe the activities and what they always do, and if you watch my video for a few times, you can see that I keep changing. I know I can sense that when they say we gotta wait for like 2 weeks or 4 weeks, I'm sure it's gonna be more than 4 weeks. Sorry, but I'm starting to know their nature, like what it's going to be like. So I believe that if you are going to plan to come here with the quarantine days, only 10 days within 2020, in my opinion, I think you have to just forget about it. I have to talk with you frankly like this. Just, I think it's going to be good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for Thailand, definitely. But you know, it's not my decision. I'm just only a person who come and tell you what's going on. Just for you to just prepare yourself, making a plan. If you are planning to come here and just looking forward for the quarantine days, at least you can just make up your mind that it's not going to happen at least within 2020. So if you are saving money or making a plan about a financial for coming here, you know how much you have to pay if you come here in 2020. The reason that spokesman explained to us that why they have to postpone and they have just to hold this idea is just because of there are some things going on about COVID-19 case which is happening in Thailand. I mean, compared with so many countries in the world, within one day people just have like 1,000 or even like 10,000 in one country. But Thailand, just one person who catch COVID-19 in our country, it seems like it's gonna be like a big issue. So just a few weeks ago, we got like not big, but we got like 3 cases, which is one from the French foreigner who came to Thailand. She did quarantine, but after she's done 14 days quarantine, she went to Koh Samui, and we found later that she has COVID-19. And another one is an Indian man who lives in Krabi, and he just traveled around in Thailand only, and we found later that he also catch COVID-19. And another one is the Korean military who came to train Cobra Gold in Thailand, and when he returned to his country, he found out later that he got positive test of the COVID-19. So these 3 cases, it makes people just starting to get hesitated about, you know, if it's a good idea to have the foreigner to come to Thailand. Plus, we are going to have very soon. Next month is going to be like people travel a lot, because by the end of the year, December, a lot of people love to travel. So it's going to be like New Year holiday, and a lot of people travel. And plus, in January, we're going to have that BWH, which is like a badminton world tour. Going to have a lot of foreigners come to this sport. A lot of the discussion, and I think they cannot find the final. That's why they have to hold this plan. What they discuss about, they said, usually we have 4 types of the quarantine. The first one is called original quarantine. Original quarantine is like 14 days you got to be in a hotel only in one place. So that one is very strict. The second one is called semi quarantine. So it's just like within 14 days, just like specific person who come here, they still have the quarantine for 14 days, but in one place. For example, like someone who like a mechanic who come to fix the plane, or someone who has to see a doctor and then they only stay in a hospital. The third one is called soft quarantine. They still just like still stay in quarantine for 14 days, but it's more like people who come to do a sport, like a golfer, or people who come for like spa and wellness. So that one is called soft quarantine. But the first one that they are discussed about and they can't final it is about a quarantine plus close and follow-up observation. So this one is about 10 plus 4, the one that I talked in a previous video about, they want to reduce to 10 days and another 4 days what to do. And one organization, they say, okay, another 4 days, shall we do just only let them stay by the beach? Another person, they say, oh, probably not good, maybe let them play a golf, like a golf player. And, they can't finalize about, what to do with the 4 days extra. So they just say like, okay, hold on. And also they think if it's like going to be reduced to 10 days, they prefer to have some country which is like a low risk country. So they consider like Vietnam or Taiwan or China, and they say even China, they also don't want their people to travel outside the country. So Thailand also cannot rely on our old customer, which is like tourists who love to come to Thailand as before, because they have to be aware with the COVID-19 as well. So they say, this one is probably not a good idea. Even thinking about people who live in a very cold country like in Europe, it's high season for them, and how to get them here, because in their country still has so many people who get COVID-19. So they still keep discuss. Plus, there are lots of the doctor and a lot of people keep comment, like give a lot of the opinion, which is like disagreement to the government, like, are you sure you want it to reduce to 10 days? It's going to be bad, it's not going to be good, blah, blah, blah. So, this kind of finalized is just turned out that Spokesman talked to us today on news that we're going to hold this idea first. So when he mentioned like 4 weeks, I think it's not going to be 4 weeks. I mean, at least until next year, 2021, you probably would hear, but I could be wrong. So please don't say this is fake news. This is only my personal opinion. And the one who just keep following my video, my channel, you probably could agree with me, like, it's probably not going to be fast. We usually slow. Yeah, so this kind of idea, when he announced on social media, we have a lot of Thai people give a comment about this idea. The spokesman, though, this person, he's a doctor, so he's kind of expert as a politician, and also he's also expert as the doctor as well. So people call him doctor. And let me read, I just have like 13 comments from Thai people who just make a comment about this news. The first one, they say, oh, well, you said wait for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Next time you don't have to come and tell us. You just make it to become true. And because of you make Thai people who live in another country and also foreigner, you make us so confused. So you don't have to plan anything. Just tell us the truth that we're going to do quarantine for 14 days and we don't know yet until when. I think this kind of thing is going to sound much better. This is the first comment. The second one, they say, okay, why don't you just manage a zone for accommodation, quarantine, plus same place, it could be like a tour. So in my opinion, I think he probably imagined about the quarantine hotel, that place could be by the beach. So that's what I think. So I just imagine like if I have to quarantine for 10 days or 14 days, if I have to quarantine at the hotel by the beach, I don't mind because I feel already relaxed. I can walk on the beach and then walk back to the hotel, and everyone in the hotel, they are all during a quarantine. So I would feel like it's quite okay, but you know, this is an opinion of this person. The third person, they say, a lot of foreigners want to come to Thailand and many of them have a family with Thai people. Doctor, don't say this word because it sounds very so selfish. Doctor, you don't have a wife. Doctor, you don't have foreigner wife. That's why you can say this word. I feel sorry for doctor. The fourth person, he say, you know, if you quarantine for 14 days, who gonna come to Thailand? If you don't reduce quarantine at all, just close the border forever. Okay. The fifth one, they say, thank you so much for anyone who work for a medication, a hospital, and we feel very free, we feel very good because we have a chance, we have a freedom to travel wherever. We don't have to get a lockdown. Thai doctor is very good. Yeah. The sixth person say, thank you so much, doctor. The number 7 say, I will listen to you, doctor. The eighth person say, every day my life is so nice and comfortable. I can go anywhere I like compared with another country. I prefer Thailand. Okay. The ninth person, they say, I would rather you guys have more than 14 days quarantine. I think you're gonna be mad. 14 days is already long for you, but this person say it should be more than 14 days because he say that it's not worth it to just reduce the day and we better slowly open the country, slow but sure. The fifth person say, well, you know, why did you tell us that health must go along with economy? It seems like your policy is just like selling dream to us day by day. Why don't you just talk each other before you announce to public, you know, don't do this, stop doing this because it looks very funny for other people looking at us Thai people. What kind of this kind of work are you sure is international work and you keep changing every hour like a kid. Okay, number 11, we say, you know, please don't reduce the quarantine. 14 days is perfect. Okay. Number 12, they say, thank you so much for being care of our health and safety. Okay. Number 13, they say, Thai people, we are going to die before we catch COVID-19. Why you are so scared? Do you want to be number 1 in the world? Don't you care about Thai people's problem? As foreigners do not want to come to Thailand. Do you think we are the best? If they don't come to Thailand, they can go somewhere else. Well, you know, this is a different type of different kind of opinion and not quite different from you guys when you make a comment on my video as well. Well, you know, this is just only the news today that I want to tell you. So please don't shoot a messenger, okay? Because this news is not from me as any bad news, the disagreement. everything is not all from my idea. I'm just only a messenger who just bring the news. Sometimes you're happy to hear and sometimes you don't like it. So please don't leave my channel just because of you hate my news. It's not for me. It's only all information that I bring to let you know. But however, it's your choice. I just try to do my best. Whatever I know, I just let you know. And I hope that it's going to be useful for even not everyone, but at least some of you who are just making a plan for coming to Thailand. That's all. So this is it for today. And if you think this news is useful, at least please give me a thumb up. And you are still more than welcome to share the opinion or make a comment. And if you appreciate it with the information that I prepare for you, and you feel like you want to buy me a coffee, support my channel, you can have a look in the description how to buy me a coffee. And if you want to know anything about Thailand, you're more than welcome. Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet, please support me by your subscribe, because I still need more subscribers to support me for living. So thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you next time very soon. สวัสดีค่ะ